as I'm working with clients through the felt experience and allowing their bodies to bring to the surface the traumas, the emotions that got repressed, what wasn't integrated, processed and integrated back. When I'm doing, I always start with a somatic intelligence assessment, because the somatic intelligence assessment allows me to find a root cause of what happened. It allows me to understand the whole makeup and to feel somatically where things are blocked and where things that they're not even able to communicate what's there a lot of the times, and then to unpack it so that there's this opening happening, there's a clarity gained, and then there's a really clear path of where we need to go to heal this body from the trauma. So it's almost like, for me, like we turn on the lights on and suddenly it's like, oh, okay, so here's where we're going. And then when we're able to do sessions with the felt experience to bring to the surface the emotions and then meet them, and then whatever couldn't be felt and couldn't be met is felt, that releases it from the body so that there's a discharge. And a couple of things that I want to say. So something that happened twice lately is that when I see, for example, a client where in their somatic imprint, they were not received. So what happened twice is that I could see that, for example, a client wasn't met by the caregivers, and different stories, different contexts. But as I was staying with this client and feeling with this client what is there, really being with this client, the client got angry at me and snapped at me. And here's what's really important to understand. The client is not snapping at me because I've done something wrong. The client is snapping at me because that client is afraid in that moment, because there's nothing that they dream of more than being felt like that. That's what was missing from their caregivers that created trauma. But in that moment, it's so scary to feel it. You wanted it so for so long, and it's so scary to feel it that there's a reaction to it. So the thing to do in that case is just to acknowledge the fear and just to be able to be with this person and say, hey, I get that you're scared. It's okay. And to stay there. But if we become reactive in that moment as practitioners, then that person suddenly gets another rejection where they already got rejected, right? Because what we're doing is we're allowing the wound to open up and for the emotions there that need to come out to be met, but we need to be able to be there to meet them. Not everything as a practitioner is going to feel nice. Sometimes it doesn't feel nice. And it's okay that it doesn't feel nice when we know the context of it and we know what happened and we're able to meet them like that. I can tell you that each one of these clients now has no problem to be felt. And it's amazing to see them being felt and not being afraid. It took a couple of weeks of being with the nervous system and letting it get used to being felt. But this is part of the healing process of bringing it back to its natural state. And it is powerful.